What's good, everybody? It's your boy 313 J-Mo. Solo today. I think a lot of people is busy out here, and I haven't made a video on the Saints and the Lions game yet, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, and I just wanted to come here and make a video for you guys. I might do this more often. I might just make videos like this or do the traditional ones that I normally do, but you already know, man. We gonna get into the Saints today and what's going down with my Saints, man. Man, I mean my Lions versus the Saints. As you can see, I got my AP jersey. I told y'all I got it in, so I thought maybe I should at least show y'all, man. I can't believe this jersey is real. I can't believe AP is really on the team. Like y'all see that? Like this is a real thing. A AP jersey that's blue, Honolulu blue and silver, man. It's just crazy. What's good? Yeah. I'm flying solo today. I think I'm gonna be solo, man. So I'm gonna just talk to y'all about the game. What's good, everybody. Make sure you guys like the video, man. So man, we got to talk about this Saints and Lions game. So I looked in the Pick'em League. Everybody got the Saints losing in the winning in the Pick'em League. So it is what it is. I actually we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna start with this. Ty Johnson. What the fuck? Ty Johnson. So you telling me you drafted Jason Huntley, right? Only to let Ty Johnson beat him out, only to get rid of Ty Johnson for Jaron Kearse. That made a whole lot of sense. And a whole lot of Lions fans were so high on Jason Huntley. Can you guys hear me all right? Just making sure that you can hear me from right here. But what's good, everybody? Let's see. We got Colin Z, Yu-Gi-Oh Rex, Devin 99, JGB in the building. What up, Sports Today? Yeah, but y'all can hear me okay. Just let me know in the chat. But yeah, man. So you cut Jason Huntley, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then his replacement, you just cut to. And I just feel like we could use his explosiveness on the team. Not Ty Johnson was a wasted pick. You picked him in the 6th round, I think, so I'm not going to trip. But now he's another wasted pick. And I actually don't like necessarily getting rid of Ty Johnson because I think we do need to have a 4th running back on the roster. So when I'm looking at that, man, we need to have a 4th running back on the roster because if something happened to Carry On or ain't nothing gonna happen to him. We already know. Ain't nothing happening to him. He good. But if something happened to Carry On or Swift, then what is gonna happen with our backup running back situation? You know what I'm saying? So like y'all saying I'm forgetting about Bo. Is Bo even on the team? I thought Bo got cut from the team. When did we get Bo back on the team? Let me know. Because we got Bo back. I like Bo. Make sure you guys like the video, share the video, man. I'm not gonna be on too long. I definitely just wanted to get into this game. It's a lot of things that I got to get into. A lot of Matthew Stafford haters, no matter what. But I thought Bo wasn't on the team no more. Yeah, bro. I thought, see, he's talking about clearing waivers. But back to Ty Johnson. I thought Ty Johnson brought something to the team. You saw this man out here pulling cars. And I feel like whatever he did in camp to beat Jason Huntley should warrant him still being on this team. Now, I definitely wanted J-Ron to come on the team, but I feel like there's other players you could have got rid of. But another, move from Bob Quinn that just gives you a lot of question marks. And you remember during the draft, me and my boy Dylan Real, he was pissed. We were both mad about the fact that you didn't get Bradley and Nay, or you didn't get some type of defensive lineman in the 5th round. Instead, you got Jason Huntley, and we were like, why did you just get another running back for no damn reason? And see, this is why we be upset about these picks, regardless of how good these players are. I never said Jason Huntley was going to be a bad player, but when we picked this man, I knew it was stupid. We had just drafted DeAndre Swift. Why would you pick another running back in the 5th round? That's dumb. You should have got a D lineman that probably could be helping us right now. So I just don't like how they did that. And then after that, he doesn't end up making your team. So I just don't like that at all, man. But I'm gonna move on to the Saints versus Lions. JGB, you said you got the Lions, man. I'm with you, though. I think this is a 50-50 game, and I definitely feel like the Lions can win this game. Like, I'm not afraid of the Saints like everybody else is. And I'm be honest with you, I don't have faith in our head coach. So you'll ask me, if you don't have faith in the head coach, how do you think we can win this game? Because I didn't have faith in the head coach, and he showed me something last week. I still want him fired. Definitely, I'm not switching from that until he really showed me something. Like, go beat the Saints and then win the next 4 or 5 games, because you should. Because if you beating the Saints and the Cardinals, you should be going on the winning streak. Y'all know what the schedule look like. So when it comes to this guy, what will he do in this game? I just feel like one thing about Matt Patricia that I felt like maybe we could have a good season was if he just stayed out the way and stopped doing stupid stuff. But we saw in the first game, he continued his stupid ways. So if Matt Patricia just stays out of the way and don't do anything stupid, the offense should be able to torch that Saints defense. I told y'all already. TJ Hawkinson is going to expose them. You got Marshawn Lattimore out. You got Devin Trufant coming back. I think Marshawn Lattimore is probably going to play. I feel like he's going to push himself to play, but if he's out, that's a big deal. And you got Davenport out for them also, and one of their good offensive starting linemen is also out. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys like the video, man. Actually, share this video if you got social media, man. But I'm just talking about when I'm looking at it from that perspective, the Lions can score on this team. I mean, the Packers scored 37 on them. The Raiders scored like 30 on them. So we can score on this team. And yeah, like Sports today said, Stafford is 4-4 versus Drew Brees. Yeah, so they've always had a competitive game. Even the games that we've lost to the Saints have always been high scoring. So I expect us to score a lot of points, man. I expect us to score a lot of points in this game. I just feel like Kenny Golladay not being in the first 2 games will kind of mess up the season, because as bad as Matt Patricia is, I do feel like if Kenny Golladay is healthy, we definitely beat the Bears. We might score 35 on the Bears. And we would have beat them so bad they wouldn't have had a chance of coming back. If Kenny Golladay was there. Green Bay is Green Bay, and we will be in a better situation. But now that he's back, it's going to work. And now that Trufant looks like he's going to be back, I'm definitely loving that. I don't know what's going on with Hunter Bryant. I know nobody cares about Hunter Bryant right now, but he's consistently on the injury report, hasn't been put on IR, and they just keep on saying he's day-to-day or whatever. Like, is the man healthy? What's his injury? They keep saying it's a hamstring. I'm like, what is going on with Hunter Bryant? Like, we haven't seen this dude at all. And I definitely think he can expose some defenses. So, but when I'm looking at the way the Saints defense is, they get exposed by a lot of the same type of tight end plays that we use. Like, those same plays that we was using last week against Arizona, they will work on the Saints. Of course, we're going to have to use different plays, and I'm sure the Saints will try to – I don't think they can cover TJ Hawkinson. I think this is his breakout game for the year. It's funny, TJ Hawkinson, because Galladay's been hurt, he's been leading us in receiving, which is hilarious, because I don't think he doesn't have that many yards. Yes, that's the Peterson jersey, bro. I bought it. I told y'all in the last episode I got my jersey, man. And I just had to show y'all because I can't even believe this is still real, to be honest with you. But when I'm looking at the matchups it works, so now we gotta look at what the Saints gonna do to our defense, man. Because Alvin Kamara gonna chop us up. I just charcoal up people chopping us up. Like, Arizona game, I knew DeAndre Hopkins was going to kill us, and I knew if you put a Kuda on him by himself, he really was going to kill us. So, and DeAndre Hopkins, you could say he didn't have a touchdown, but he killed us. We're lucky. We're lucky nobody else did nothing. He killed us. So, Alvin Kamara is going to kill us. But see, you can limit, I guess you kept D-Hop out of the end zone, you can limit Alvin Kamara while he's carving us up. Michael Thomas if he's back, I would love to see him go against Desmond Trufant, because him and Desmond Trufant have been going against each other for years. And I went in and looked back when Desmond Trufant didn't play last year. He had 13 catches and 152 yards. And when he did play versus Michael Thomas on the Falcons, he had 6 catches for 48 yards or 58 yards, one of the two. But completely different. So I'm not saying he's gonna stop Michael Thomas, but he knows that guy and he can limit him from having, a game breaker type game. I think it's about matchup sometimes, and we match up well. So my thing is, if Matt Patricia ain't stupid, if he because I feel like last game he stayed out of the way and he didn't do that stupid stuff. The 59-yard field goal. No, we got Jack Fox, the best special team player in the NFL. Hold up for a second. Let me clap it up for my boy Jack Fox. You making people care about special teams because don't nobody care. My boy Jack Fox and this boy is a beast. But if Matt Patricia stays out of his own way, you let Corey Underlin call the defense, we should be able to have a very competitive game. And I think it's going to come down to who got the ball last. I told y'all, man. I think the Saints are very they vulnerable, man. And they're down and we're healthy right now. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm not gonna pick a winner or anything, but I think I'm very confident about what the offense can do at least. Because I feel like our offense has been struggling and finding themselves. I think, it's week 4. That's when everybody gonna hit the ground running. And when they hit the ground running, it's gonna be great. I mean, Kenny Golladay wasn't even 100% last week. Maybe this week he'll be better. Make sure you guys like the video, share the video, whatever. So when I'm looking at it like that, so let me see. Looking at some of the comments, you guys, before I keep going. My biggest regret, jersey-wise, is not getting Calvin Johnson. I don't have a Calvin Johnson jersey, man. I still got like 2 jerseys I really have to buy. Like, I don't have a Stafford jersey. I have a couple more, but I don't have a Stafford jersey. I still feel like I got to get one of those, But get over it with the Patricia nonsense. We lost 2 games, so we'll fire him. We don't make the playoffs not after 2 games. Man, it ain't just the 2 games. It's his record. What, 10-22? Come on. It's his record, man. And you can't lose a game like the game to the Bears. Like, no good coach. I don't even think an average coach loses that kind of game. Martin now punts for Denver. Yeah, man, Sam Martin, dog. I never forgave Sam Martin for that playoff game, But okay. So I said we was gonna talk about matchups. So let's talk about matchups. So what do you guys think is the number 1 matchup that the Lions need to watch out for in this game? And the matchup that I'm going to go with, which might surprise a lot of you, and I just, our offensive line has been ranked a little bit high, but after last week and we allowed 4 sacks, I think even though Davenport isn't going to be there, I think they pass rush can get after Matthew Stafford, and we got to make sure that our offensive line I don't need Stafford to have no sacks in this game. 1 sack at most. No sacks in this game. We need to keep Matthew Stafford upright because a lot of those drives, and we were blaming Stafford missing throws, but a lot of those drives he got sacked on, or it was a terrible penalty, and the drives were ended too. It wasn't just one thing. And when I went back and watched the second half, and this was funny about Lions fans to me, I went back and I watched the first half of the game. So the first half of the Cardinals game, Stafford was 10 of 13. For 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. And all y'all can talk about is the 3 passes he missed. And that's just like when I actually looked at, like, 'cause I wasn't looking at his stats. I didn't really know what his stats were. When I was like, dang, he was that good in the first half of the game. And for all of the Stafford haters, we all know Stafford has more touchdowns and less interceptions in the first half of games. So I don't think Taylor Decker gave up a sack. Let me knock on some wood here real quick because I don't need that trend to start. Make sure you guys like the video coming in here. Share the video. Yes, I'm riding solo today. We got a lot of busy people out here, but I got the AP jersey in, so it's all good, man. It's all good, man. Like I said, I won't be on too long, but I definitely want to come here and talk to you guys, break down this game and what's going on a little bit. So. I'm not worried. It's definitely a good matchup. I am worried about Big V, though. Yeah, Big V is garbage. He's hot garbage. So, now it's one more thing I need to talk about. Will our defense actually show up, or was that a fluke? Like, is this something that we can build on? If you watch Hook Cam video, shout out to my boy, the Hook Cam. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you go subscribe right now. But if you watch this video, he was talking about how our defense adjusted and we play better defense in that second game. We all know that we play more zone in that second game. So you're going up against the Saints. You're going to be at home. Will the defense be able to cover the Saints? Because we can talk about Drew Brees, noodle arm, and all of that, but the Saints still scored 30 points on the Packers with ease. So, and they had some turnovers on the offensive side of the ball, I think. So, taking possessions away from them. So, this is a high-powered team, and they're very angry. So, they're going to try to come and blow us out by 30. And we won't get blown out by 30 if the defense shows up. The only reason we won the last game is because the defense showed up. Now, you don't have to get 3 interceptions, but I need you guys to play a little bit better. I'm hoping Trufant being back, and I was seeing, some of the reporters talking about putting Tony McRae as the nickel cornerback. Hell no. I would put Okuda at the nickel cornerback, or if you want to put Amani there and put Okuda on the outside, I'm not going to really take Amani's outside position away from him like that, but, I think that could work. So, let me look at some more of the comments. Him in the red zone, him in the OC. We need to capitalize in the red zone to be elite. I'm with you on that. Stafford has not been good in the red zone. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. I feel like, I don't know. Bevel's red zone play calling has not been bad, but I feel like TJ Hawkinson has only had 1 touchdown and he should have more. And Stafford did miss a couple throws in the last game, and I think in the Bears game too. So, but the red zone woes, that's on everybody. You got to call less predictable plays, and we need to run. I don't think we only have like 1 rushing touchdown. Well, no, we got a couple rushing touchdowns, but we need more rushing touchdowns. That's how you get better in the red zone, not having Stafford drop back and then get sacked in the red zone because the offensive line can't hold up. You're supposed to be able to run the football. Like that's our next step. Running the football and winning the game is one thing, but having a good running offense, when you get in the red zone, it don't have to always be on that quarterback. You need to be able to run the football and score in the red zone. Like we need some games where we got 3 rushing touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? That's if the team is going to be any good. So we need games where we got 3 rushing touchdowns. Games where Stafford only has a couple touchdowns because we running the football. We can talk about him missing throws. Yes, he's missing throws. That's trash. But we shouldn't be throwing it every single play. And then we have the negative run plays in the red zone where we will run it, but it'll only be for 2 yards. Then we run it again, it'll be for 2 yards. So you got to find a way to be productive. And that's where somebody like Swift, I think we need to start using his matchups, because I don't like using him like Theo Riddick. You drafted him 2nd overall. Swift should be running the football, but you got Kerryon and this man right here ahead of him. So he's not going to be running the football that much. But when you get in the red zone, you need to start using Swift like how we use Riddick and have him run the football. Use him out of the backfield, get him in space in the red zone, and use him in that, like the way that the Saints be using Al Kamara. We need to use Swift like that more. Like we had 1 play call for Swift, and it was in space. My boy TJ Hawkinson was the lead blocker. Told y'all, man, that man can block. We got Noah Fant haters, So we gonna see what Noah Fant do tonight. But my boy TJ Hawkinson was blocking for Swift, and he got a 19-yard gain. But that was his only catch. That was the only play for Swift the whole game. Why aren't you getting him in space more? And when I'm looking at our red zone woes, Stafford has to be better. We got to run the football better. And Bevel got to call some better plays, And I'm going to need Matt Prater to – we're going to need some 50-yard field goals from you at some point, Thank you for reminding me about the Pick'em League, because I sure did forget. Well, hold up, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some water real quick. Oh, man. All right, man. Oh, man. Pick'em League. Swift needs way more opportunities. No, DeAndre Swift definitely needs way more opportunities. I think if our offense is going to take that next level, got to figure out a way to use Agnew and Swift like how we want them to be used. Like, I don't know what that necessarily means, but we feel like those guys are playmakers. Like, I feel like the Lions should have one of the top 5 explosive offenses, like, without a problem. We finally started using the Agnew a little bit. But, I'm going to just say, I'm going to just tell y'all the real right here, right now. Damn Amendola, dog. We don't need him. if you want TJ Hawkinson and Swift and other people to get opportunity, then Amendola need to cut them snaps, man. Let's cut them snaps up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not going to be able to get those, because our team is so led by the wide receivers. It's so led by the wide receivers. And you got you said let me see. What'd you say? I don't think Bevel trusts Swift yet. Well, after that drop pass, yeah, you know, like that's pretty bad. And JGB and everybody else listening, make sure you guys like the video, share the video. I'm asking y'all, do you think if the crowd was there, Swift would have caught that pass? And like, I'm not making no excuses for the crowd, but I feel like Stafford being off a little bit. It's just some of the things with not just our team. Some of these teams, you just like, why isn't this player how they usually are? And there are no fans. You know what I'm saying? And like, because we won last week without fans, so I'm not making that as an excuse. But I think I just feel like if the fans were in the building, Swift don't drop that pass. Could you just imagine he said if the crowd was there, the Bears wouldn't have came back. Maybe they wouldn't, but could you just imagine the crowd roaring, Stafford leaving one of his classic comebacks, everybody going crazy? I just don't think Swift drops it. I just don't think he drops it in front of the world like that. Like, I'm telling you, like, I really don't think he drops that pass. But it's an empty stadium, like, because y'all know I used to work at Fort Bell, so I've been in there when it's empty. When it's empty, bro, like, it's like an empty auditorium, dog. Like, it's nothing in there. Like, when it's empty, it is boring. Trust me, I know. And when it's empty like that, I can easily see him dropping it. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely think that plays into effect with a lot of things sometimes. Bevel used Swift in the passing game in the first, but we got to use him a little bit more because I don't want to use Swift as a pass catcher. He's our running back. He's supposed to be running the football. I'll keep saying that, but he was good at it, man. That man had 5 catches for 80 yards. Like, like looking at our team. I don't want Swift to be a pass catcher, but looking at our team, he's not going to get any reps. As much as y'all don't like it, when Kerryon is healthy, it isn't that often, but when he's healthy, he's a damn good running back. And when AP is healthy, he's a monster still at this age. He's not going to be able to get those carries. And if I know that and they know that, why not use him out the backfield a little bit more so he can get more touches? You got to find some way to get him a little bit more involved. And I'm bringing up Swift a lot because to beat the Saints, you're going to have to score a lot of points. And I feel like to score a lot of points, you got to keep people off balance. So you got to be able to have – and we need a lot of big plays. And I feel like Swift is one of our biggest big play threats. So in this game against the Saints, we're going to need Swift to be used a lot. We're going to need TJ Hawkinson to be used a lot. And I feel like if Marshawn Lattimore not there, Kenny Galladay and Marvin Jones going to eat. So, and, I just want the Lions. I need y'all to do something for me, though. Personally, Lions, prove it to me, please. Prove something to me. Because, I can be optimistic about our offense because it looked good on paper. On paper, healthy now, our offense should be unstoppable. We should be averaging 30-plus points a game. So go out there, finish some drives, and, put your foot on the throat. Because I feel like if the Lions played up to par of what they want to be, they could go out and beat this team. But, I don't think that they can go out and beat this team. They just have to show it, bro. Like, I feel like I said the game against the Packers, the offense had to win that game. And they didn't. Let's be honest, y'all. We was playing the Packers. I think we were down 14-17 or a half, or we were up at the half. Whatever, it was a close game. We come out, the defense gave us a 75-yard touchdown. Then Stafford throws a pick. Boom, game over. Like, and I feel like the game against the Packers, you needed the offense to really step up, because like a game against the Cardinals, that's a game where the defense is gonna have to stop Kyler Murray if we want to win. But that was a game where you needed the offense to step up, and this is another game where I'm looking at the offense. I'm like, are you going to step up? And Matt Patricia, are you going to stay out the way? Like last game, he just stayed out the way. That's all I need you to do, man. But we got Luke G in the building. What's good, man?
Man, I'm sorry I'm late. This has got to be the busiest day of my working career. Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. Hold up.
Can you hear me?
I cannot hear him.
Can they hear me in the chat? You can't hear me neither?
Yeah, I can't hear Luke right now. I'm gonna have to see what's going on with my mic.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Oh yeah, this is my fault. Yeah. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. All
right, my bad.
We got right around in the building too.
Look, no, I was just saying, man, this is probably one of the busiest days I've had to work in a long damn time. This one of them days, boy. I got a little bit of time, but I'm here for the building, man.
So it's all good.
What's going on, Pride Nation? What's going on? What it do? They said they can hear me. That's what's up. Listen, good people. First of all, shout out to J-Mo for being able to hold this thing down. You know, boss mode, full-fledged Super Saiyan, 1 billion. Like, bruh, that's what I'm talking about. Where we at on terms of topics, man? Where we at on terms of topics?
So no, I was really talking about, like, as you was hearing, like the offense needs to step up if you want to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you the key factor in looking at the offense and seeing what their issue is you got to look at those red zone trips. I don't understand how we get to the red zone so many times and walk away with so little points.
Somebody earlier was saying that Stafford hasn't been good in the red zone, and I had brought up our running the football in the red zone hasn't been good either. Like, you got to be a team that can get rushing touchdowns as well. Stafford hasn't been good. Yeah. But you got to be able to run the ball in. And I'm like, why isn't Swift being used more to create mismatches in the red zone?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things where I think that the casual fan will look at it and they're not deep diving it as much as we are, because we YouTubing. So we got to deep dive. We got to be able to know what's going on and stuff. And I'm telling you, we get to the red zone like bro, like if you just go through just the last game, those 3 turnovers, we walked away with 10 points. That's not acceptable on 3 turnovers. And we had multiple red zone trips and we didn't do nothing with them. So to me, we're getting there. We're just not hitting home, and we got to be better at it. You know, we got to definitely be better at it. Now, really quick, if you have not put your picks in the Pick'em League, please do so. I am sucking right now. J-Mo, you're doing pretty good in the Pick'em League. I'm doing
all right, but you know, I'm not worried because like we got a lot of rookies in here. They don't know how it's about to get. So I'm doing all right. I think I'm top 10.
Listen, you're doing real good. I can't kill you on it. I'm just gonna say you're doing good. That's all I'm gonna say. J-Mo, but believe it or not, J-Mo last season missed like 2 or 3 weeks and still finished in like the top 3. like it's crazy. So it happens, man.
Right or wrong, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's good, man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Can I do this really quick? Can I do this really quick?
What?
If y'all didn't know, we on the mic with Ryder, who's a champion. His team, his soccer team, won the championship. People, y'all don't hear me. Pride Nation, y'all got to celebrate in the chat. Light it up for him. He a champion. We can't even say that for our alliance, but we can say that for one of these members on YouTube. Ryder is a champion with his soccer team. Congratulations to you and your team and your school for winning that championship.
He's a champion, man. It's back to back, man.
Yeah, back to back. Can't forget that.
Listen. My bad. You know, he hit him with that Drake, that back-to-back repeat. My bad. I'm just saying. Shout out to you and congratulations on getting that ship. Because I don't make fun of soccer no more. Once I played it, I realized this ain't for me. This is a different beast. And those are real Iron Man. I'm like, football's a cakewalk compared to soccer. Holy smokes.
Now you just gotta be in shape, like cardio wise, because
I thought I was in shape until I played one game of soccer. I was like, yo, when they go call a timeout? They looked at me like, what?
Soccer and baseball let me know like I ain't in shape for real. Because baseball, all they do is run. But Ryder, man, we've been talking about the matchups, but I wanted to ask y'all about this. Let's circle back a second. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 23 people in here, only 14 likes. Make sure you guys like the video. What do y'all think about drafting Jason Huntley, cutting him for Ty Johnson, and then cutting Ty Johnson for J-Ron Curse? What do you think about that, Ryder?
Oh my god.
I went in earlier, dog. Don't worry.
I like J-Ron Curse. I think he's awesome. I really like him on the team, but like they just mishandled that situation so poorly. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking, but I don't know if they were trying to hide him on the practice squad or what, but that's probably the worst management that I've seen in a long time in a situation like that.
And what I had brought up was y'all Lions fans, y'all killed people like me and Real and other people. I even think Luke a little bit for being so upset with the running back pick and saying it was so stupid to do. How could you draft a running back there, you idiots? And look what happened. That's why we said that. And it was players that I feel like would have made this team and still be on the team on the board at the time we selected this guy. And like that's why I was like, it don't make no sense. But Luke, what was your thoughts on them doing that?
I mean, I think the original plan was they was hoping to hide Huntley on the practice squad, and they were going to, keep, Ty for in case of emergencies. But I think that they knew that they already had room to do this with the fact that he was already suspended for the first 2 weeks. And then they had people coming back. So they just made some hard decisions that unfortunately just come down the pipeline. The scary part of it is I think that how can I best put this? When they made that pick, if he wasn't here to take Agnew or Ty's spot, then you got to keep him on the roster. Otherwise, you could have took another D tackle. You could have added, anything. You could have added other players that we could have used. And before somebody go, it's a 5th round pick. Monty's a 5th round pick. He's still on this squad. He's playing. We've had plenty of 5th round picks.
He a beast. Like he ain't
just
That's
what I'm saying. We've had plenty of them.
Cephas is a 5th round pick, and he's gonna be a good player in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. Like we have late round picks that have had success on this team. Man, listen, the list goes on and on. So when you take Huntley, it's like, okay, what are you taking him for? I mean, they could have did so many things different. They could have took another wide receiver. They could have took another D lineman. They could have added a linebacker. I mean, it's so much stuff that they could have did, and they didn't. So to me, I'm not shocked because at the end of the day, there's nothing they're going to do to upset me. I find it funny, but they can't upset me no more because, like I said, in my eyes, they getting fired anyway. It's just waiting.
I'm more just like, wow. Like, I'm not surprised you guys are idiots. Like, because it's not about getting rid of Ty. It's about the whole process of everything that happened and the way that it ended up. But all right, moving on.
Let me give you this quick constellation. They traded Michael Jackson, the cornerback, to New England, and then New England cut Michael Jackson. So they still got a draft pick out of that. So I guess if you just look at the addition from subtraction, they kind of replaced losing those players with a draft pick.
Well, kinda. Okay, the nuance of that actually gives them a little bit of credit, but still, when I look at this defense, like the thing that worries all Lions fans is the defense. And whenever we like them making plays, I just wonder, could we have gotten more playmakers? Not just this season in the draft, and just in the past. And when you see Bob Quinn miss like that, it's just like, yeah, you hitting some other areas. Jonah's gonna be good, Cephas is gonna be good, But sometimes you just got to be smart, and taking a running back there, especially if you're not gonna put them on the team to at least validate your pick, it's not smart. But
facts.
I wanted to move on to the injury updates because we got Marshawn Lattimore maybe being out, and Davenport and one of their starting O-linemen. I forgot his name. It's supposed to be out. So, and Michael Thomas it looks like he's probably gonna play. I'm just gonna assume that he's gonna play. But Ryder, what do you think about Lattimore maybe missing the game because he has a hamstring injury? You know how those are right now.
I mean, that'd be big. I mean, I don't know who else is in the Saints secondary. I think Janoris Jenkins is their second cornerback.
Now
So,
Janoris Jenkins is also out with a sickness or illness.
so who's going to be starting for them? You don't know? I mean, at that point, yeah, might be rough.
But like I said, like I'm trying not to get confident, but like, yo,
right?
Like,
who's going to cover Kenny
Lattimore? Like, even if y'all had Lattimore, I would have been confident.
Nice. Like, who's going to cover Kenny Galladay? Like, that just seems like a mismatch to me. I'm just saying.
Man, listen, I don't care who's out. I don't. This is one of them games where it doesn't matter who they got on their team. Your game plan needs to be rock solid. Your approach needs to be about what you do, what you control. And if the Lions is serious, they need to come out and don't worry about who's in the game. Assume everybody playing. Period. Just assume everybody playing. Start off with the first part of it, which I'm telling you, man. And I was talking to Cam about this, and I was like, yo, them defenses from week 3 and the other 2 weeks and all the seasons past, I swear to God, they was night and day. It was water and oil differences between them two. And to me, this defense is going to have to start to generate pressure on the quarterback, especially against Drew Brees. Get Drew Brees uncomfortable. Don't even let him sit there and do anything. Get him very uncomfortable. You know they like to run Elvin Kamara. You know, this is one of them games where I better see a lot of Jared Davis. I know they had Jared Davis taking less snaps, but I think my theory is they trying to trade Jared Davis. They trying to trade him or something. This is weird. And to me, this is one of them games where the Lions need to focus on what they control. We know that this team sucked against the tight end. I need to see a whole lot of Jesse James, a whole lot of the TJ Hockenson, and dare I say, if he healthy, Hunter Bryant. I need to see it all. Like, that's what they got to do. If they're not doing the things that they can control, then it's a moot point to talk about anything else.
You know, I'm glad that you did say that because I kept bringing up, you know, the offense a lot, and I'm like, this is a game where, because when you say only worry about your game plan, our offense should be going into this game like we gonna carve them up all night and day, and they should, and that should be not the only reason, but that should be the reason they win this game. I really think we have a better matchup there, and our defense isn't stellar. But if we can slow down Arizona, we can at least try to be competitive against Drew Brees and his team on that side. But okay. But I wanted to move on to something else. So I don't know if the Lions have necessarily taken advantages of all of their matchups. And we were just talking about the tight end. To me, that's the best matchup in this whole game. But what do you think is the best matchup in this whole game for the Lions, right?
I mean, I didn't know that they were the worst against the tight ends, but like TJ Hawkinson's pretty good.
They're terrible.
TJ Hawkinson's pretty good. I mean, one target that's gone his way has hit the turf so far this season. Like TJ Hawkins has been pretty solid. So I mean, this just seems like a game where TJ Hawkinson might eat if he gets enough opportunity.
So with that, Ryder, do you actually think they're gonna take advantage of this? Because every time I'll be like, you know, this player should do this. Offense or defense, it never works. You think Bevel is going to be like, even if they try to scheme to defend us against a tight end, we're still going to be successful? Because when you look at Arizona, I'm pretty sure they were talking about TJ Hockenson more than Kenny Galladay, and he still ain't. So if that's going to happen, because I know they linebackers can't cover TJ, and we watching the game, I didn't even notice, but when TJ got that penalty in the fourth quarter, they had Byron Murphy on this man. I'm like, y'all got this man on TJ, bro. Like, it's getting that real that you gotta have your top 2 corner on this guy, and he still drew a flag. I'm like, yeah. So when I'm looking at that, will you actually take advantage? What's your thoughts on this?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think that the matchup that I'm looking most to is our offensive line versus their front seven. I don't know why, and I don't know how we not talking about it, but newsflash, people, Detroit got an offensive line. Like, I don't know if y'all like, if you look at Bob Quinn, the one thing that Bob Quinn got right is that mother built us an offensive line. We got an offensive line now, people, and I suspect that offensive line should still dominate up front and open up lanes for everything. The quarterback has had time. Yes, have they blown assignments here and there? Yep. I mean, the greatest offensive lines do that. Okay, but overall, this might be the best offensive line the Detroit Lions have had ever. Like, I can't think of a time where the line has been playing this well, where I'm watching the quarterback actually have opportunities to scan the field, where they're opening lanes up on the run. The Lions matchup that I'm looking forward to the most is the offensive line versus their defensive line, and how we doing our run and short game. This is going to be a game you're going to see a whole lot of screens, people. I'm not playing. You're going to see a whole lot of screens, but to me, that's the matchup that I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at.
Well, I mean, I think we could be pretty good at screens. But when I'm looking at because I want to answer this, Devin A now says, I don't know why the Saints defense is trash. Look, the Saints have a good front seven, but their linebackers can't cover that well. And I mean, I don't really know. I mean, their safeties, I don't really know. The Saints defense hasn't been good since that. I think that first year with Marshawn Lattimore is when they were really, really good. They can still definitely rush the passer. That's why I said earlier, like, one of the biggest keys to this game is protecting Stafford. We got sacked 4 times last game. And a lot of the times it was on downs where we needed to do something. And we got to clean up a lot of penalties because penalties have really been killing this offense. And I think that, like I said with the Green Bay game, this is a game where our offense is gonna have to go out there and win this game. Lattimore is not out. He just didn't practice. I'm telling y'all, I'm not wishing he's gonna be out until they tell me he's out or something like that. I'm not buying it. I think he'll play. That's just what I personally feel. I could be wrong. He might be out, but Don19 says the Lions need to get Marvin Hall more involved. Well, without Kenny Galladay, Marvin Hall don't get that, single high coverage look like he usually gets. But now that he's back, he got that, even though they were double teaming him. But he got that high look, and he got the touchdown. That was a touchdown. He had the touchdown versus Green Bay as well, too.
Can I jump in just for a second? I see C. Perry said, I disagree. Our O-line is average, middle of the pack at best. I agree with J-Mo. Big V is in the wrong spot. That's from C. Perry. Like C. Perry, but ask yourself, though. Like, I'm not even being funny. Ask yourself, when have we had a middle of the pack offensive line? Like, when? What offensive? We had Larry Warford, and then you could probably say Dominic Raiola, I mean, if you like him. And then Jeff Backus, that was it. This line right here, people been hurt coming in, coming out, and they're still giving the quarterback time. They're still opening lanes up in the run game. Like, if that's an improvement. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe when the last time we had a line that did this?
No, I'm not gonna lie. Our O-line, besides their situational errors, they have been good, and Stafford has had a chance to throw the ball because some of these plays that, and it was funny, and I feel so I really feel bad for Stafford because I didn't even see this a lot. Bevel and these guys, they do max protection. How many times did our O-line, Jim Caldwell, bro, when I tell you I almost had to question my football card because I forgot what max protection was, I'm like, oh, yeah, you can do that so the quarterback don't get hit and he just throw. It was like, bro, they do max protection where we going to get Stafford all day and we going to let our guys beat you. Line up 2 guys on the side, and it's worked before. I remember one time he missed a pass, but it was open. Another time it worked. So it works because we got guys that it's hard to cover. Now our O-line has definitely been better, and they being coached better. But we got Bravo in the building talking Lions with us, man. What's up, Bravo?
What's up? I just joined the show. I'm from work, so I have to shut the camera off. Sorry about that, but
no problem, man.
I guess
I don't think I ever been on the show with Bravo. I don't, bravo. Salute, sir. I'll be listening. I just haven't been on the show with you.
It's the first time for me. Yeah, I thought it was a pit show, but hey, it's I'll take it.
Nah, man. Look, bravo. I'll just ask you this simple question: what do you think the biggest matchup for this game for the Lions to win this game?
The biggest single matchup here for the Detroit Lions is how to stop Alvin Kamara. That's the guy we need to stop. If we can stop the running back, we probably can win the game. That's my point, because we're not really gonna have a great. We're probably gonna able to stop the throws from Breeze, but I think the problem is Kamara.
Yeah, I said it earlier. I don't think we're gonna stop Kamara. You just gonna have to limit him. And I compared it to kind of like DeAndre Hopkins. I didn't think we were gonna stop him. Like, he killed us, but you limited him somehow. Even with 10 catches and 130 yards, you limited the guy. But so I don't think we stop Kamara. If we can, great. How you stop him though? Because he's a guy. They're gonna get him in space, and in space, it's not good, you know. But Luke, that's what we need to see. A boy, Jared Davis, stop Kamara. I've seen you stop a lot of running backs. You know, not everyone.
I mean, he's great. He's great in run. He's great in the run, but the person that they would put on Kamara is not him. It's a safety. It's either Will Harris or it's like Curse. They're not doing this whole linebacker stuff no more, man. Like, it's no, like, you know, they're trying to confuse you, man. Like, we actually, I was looking at the film and I'm like, yo, is that a 4? It's a makeshift 3-4, but it's still like, it's almost 4-3 because they got them hands in the dirt. I'm like, oh my God, we mixing up stuff. Where had this been all for two seasons and 2 games? But I don't think that they need to. Jared Davis' best attribute is his ability to blitz and play the run. He and Jamie Collins should be unleashed. Just like, you know, remember how you used to watch the old DMX videos and the dogs be pulling them down the street? You knew if they let go, it was gonna hurt something. You got to unleash them. They should be getting after Drew Brees all day because he's not going to run nowhere. Where he running to?
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
I hope they listen to you, because Jared Davis got to get snaps in order for that to happen.
Bro, they get that man 15.
I mean, look. I'm not going to, I mean, you can overreact, but maybe they were trying to be like, Jared Davis just not that good in coverage. They're going to run a lot of crossers. Maybe just not this game. You know, and maybe they're trying to go with a different type of game plan.
What Matt Patricia said is that not pertaining to this game, but one of the issues that he had with Jared Davis is he's too quick and too fast to the point. And he felt that sometimes he needs Jared Davis to be a little bit more patient and a little bit more willing to not go as fast. Jared Davis plays the way that I was taught. Make your first step the right step and take the gaps and go. They want him to sit back and wait. But his thing is if I'm sitting back and waiting, I'm allowing people to come and establish themselves to me. No, I'm going to go meet you and establish myself. And according to Patricia, he doesn't want that. He's too quick on the jump, which I think is the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Because as soon as he end up leaving Detroit and going somewhere else, he's going to do the same thing that Kyle Van Noy did. And we're going to be looking like, I know he's on the team, right?
Hey, well, I didn't know none of that. But Don, make sure you guys drop the questions. I told you guys I'm not gonna be on here that long. Make sure you guys drop some questions in the chat. Do y'all see Jesse James making an impact? I do. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I kind of would be surprised, but if Jesse James, I was gonna say if Jesse James had more yards than Hockenson, but I would definitely be surprised. I think Jesse James might be one of our top receivers in this game. We gonna use this guy, especially if early on in the game our tight end plays work. Oh yeah, they gonna start dialing them up. But I'm trying to figure out who's covering our receivers. You know, if our offense goes out here and we don't score like 26 is the highest we scored, I'm gonna say it. We don't score over 26 in this game, even if we like happen to win. I'm gonna be upset. Like, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. The Saints are not no joke. Like, they coming to kill us, man, and they might just do it. So you definitely had to be prepared. But right or wrong, do you see Jesse James making an impact?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he had an impact last week. He had that touchdown. He had a couple really nice catches. Should have had 2 touchdowns if Stafford could hit him in the end zone. But I mean, it seemed like Bevel was trying to get Jesse James more involved last week, and with the Saints being so poor against tight end play, I mean, it just seems like when Daryl's trying to get him more involved, the Saints aren't good at stopping it. Like, it just seems like a perfect storm for him to, get involved and for him to make a pretty big impact.
Okay, definitely. Let's see, looking more in the chat. All right.
Hey,
so,
listen, my bad, Jamal. This is gonna sound stupid, but as much of an impact I think Jesse James is gonna have. See, I think he had a real big impact against the Cardinals because they like us. They forget he was on the team. Like, who's that guy? He wasn't in the script. Where did he come from? Who is that? This week, they gonna be knowing that he's existing. So I think he'll have somewhat of an impact, but not seriously.
well, what's your thoughts on this, Bravo? And Jesse James is the person that you probably finally realized was on the team. He caught a touchdown because I'm pretty sure you don't know who he is because, like, he never did nothing, but he caught a touchdown in the last game in the first quarter.
It's the guy who was a tight end, right?
Right. You see, you don't know he is.
That's bad. That's bad, man. they don't even use him enough.
I know T.J. Hawkinson, but I don't know really Jesse James. So I don't know much about football because I don't watch a lot of it. I think the Lion, I don't really look at the Lions much because I look at the opponents. First of all, I'm going to say about the Saints. The Saints do not have a good tight end defense. That's what I noticed. A lot of the Packers games. You notice the Packers highlights of Packers game. I watched some of the Packers game versus the Saints. They abused their tight ends offense. So they really had a lot of trouble stopping the tight ends of the Packers. And in some way, they managed to really play a good combination of a running and throw pass from the quarterback. That's how they did it. That's what I noticed. And I think if we really want to have an impact, I don't know about Jesse James, but I was going to say definitely T.J. Hawkinson could have an impact for us.
All right, so Jesse James, I need you to have an impact so Bravo can know who you is. Right? And I knew he wasn't going to know who he was. That's why it was hilarious to me. But
can we use him? Can we use Jesse James? But I forgot who he was.
Bro, I was going to bring up, though, because I saw we got Agnew involved a little more. And so I think Agnew, because I counted all of the plays, he had a total of 4 plays, and none of the plays went for negative yards. And the Cardinals did sniff out the 2 like end-around jet sweep type plays, but they still got positive yards. And I feel like every team isn't going to sniff that out. And if you keying in on Jesse James and T.J. Hawkinson, this is where Agnew and Swift on these type of gadget plays have to be used. And I still need more of this guy. 20 carries again. And we'll win the game. But who knows, man? You can't trust the Lions nowadays. Knowing them, it's going to be 45-17. We'll come back like this is what we all expected. So, it is what it is. But I'm looking at the questions. Make sure you guys drop some more questions. I think Devin has one for the panel. You guys think we'll be sellers? Kerryon, Marvin Jones, Danny Amendola, Jared Davis. Oh, so I don't even know if you heard Luke, but I was like, Danny Amendola snaps need to be cut. Because the people in the chat were talking about why is Swift really getting snaps? And the way I look at it is he's not going to get those running back snaps because Kerryon and AP are just going to be ahead of him. That's just how it is right now. But if that's the case, you need to use him out the backfield more, a.k.a. get Danny Amendola off the field because he did have 5 catches for 80 yards. I like that. You got to find some way to use him. But, trade Amendola. I'm cool with that. I don't know if they would never trade him, though. Patricia loves him.
They would never trade Danny Amendola. Jared Davis, I think is in danger. I think Kerryon definitely is in danger. And I do agree with you. They got to cut Danny Amendola snaps. I was very happy. They started out early on force feeding the damn ball to KG. They went back and said, you know what, we got to stick to the run. And they cut the snaps of Cephas as well and Danny Amendola to get the tight ends more involved. And it's one of the reasons why I didn't want Danny Amendola. I remember distinctly saying, I don't want this receiver because he's taking away snaps from where I think we should be putting it at, which is our tight ends. But I don't think Amendola
it looks
at
like
all.
they figured it out because Amendola hasn't. I mean, I think he had a good game against the Bears, but he hadn't done much. He hadn't hurt the team, but he hadn't really. I think because I told you that because I remember you were upset about that, and I told you I'm like, bro, there's no way you get me to believe that they're not gonna put TJ in that hierarchy over Amendola and even Marvin Jones. I'm like, he's just too good. He's gonna
But
be the
early
next.
on, they did.
I mean, Kenny Galladay being hurt might have helped in disguise because it let TJ become that guy.
Maybe.
It let TJ become that. He let TJ become that guy. You know what I mean? Like I know he don't got a lot of yards, but he leading us in yards right now. And I'm like, really? Like it's just funny. Obviously, when Kenny G is back, that won't happen. But so right or wrong, I wanted to ask you, how do the Lions get Swift more involved?
I mean, I think the passing game for sure. You know, he's a very good receiving back. I think in week 2 he had like 5 catches for some decent yardage, but like I just don't see how we can get involved in the run game because Adrian Peterson is really good. I mean, he's playing great. You know, they seem to like Kerryon Johnson a lot, and Darrell Bevel was, you know, praising Kerryon Johnson for, you know, his performance last week, even though he didn't really do a whole lot on the stat sheet. Like, I just feel like those two guys are favored over DeAndre Swift, so I don't see him getting snaps at the running back position unless it is like a third down or an obvious passing down. So, I mean, I don't know. It's really tough to say, which, you know, isn't going to help the people or isn't going to help the argument that people have for not liking the pick. But I don't see a lot of spots where he can get more snaps right now.
I do.
I think I'm about to say, I think he can. You cut Amendola snaps and you use him out the backfield. Like a lot.
I don't like that part of it. No. This is what I mean. They showed to me the way that I would love to see it more going forward. First half, feature AP and use Swift in between to get him a blow because you don't know if he's coming in to run the ball, catch the ball, or what. Then second half, give Kerryon his chance so that way AP can stay fresh for when we need him in that fourth, and then you sprinkle back in some more of that Swift. My thing that I noticed with Swift is I feel like Swift looks at how AP runs and tries to mimic it. Because there was this one time where I'm like, dude, if you just stay straight, you're off to the races. He cut it back, doing too much. So to me, third week they showed me.
Hey man, AP can have a dual effect on you, man. Like because
listen,
he AP.
You know, Mike Valenti and them was so upset about this. Like, you're giving this old guy, and what did this say about our second round picks? And I'm like, what it says is you take the best player and put it on the field. That's what you do.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, because yeah. So okay, how do I feel about COVID canceling the Steelers game? Like I said it
not
earlier.
canceled, postponed.
Yeah, like I'm gonna just watch and wait and see if what actually happens. And see if it gets serious or not. For now, I'm not really reacting to it unless it cancel the NFL games. And this is the thing: if they put the season on hold, it's only gonna be on hold. It's gonna come back probably in like less than a month, and we'll be right back to football. But I hope that doesn't happen because we need some football right now. The NBA is about to dwindle down. We ain't gonna have nothing. And I like this question: do you think we give AP a 2-year extension? What do you think about that, Bravo?
Yeah, why not? He's been doing nice so far. Maybe a 1 year, not a 2 year, and we'll see an optional second year maybe. That's something we can do. And in regard to Swift, I just want to comment in here. Just because we haven't seen him much, it doesn't mean he's not a good player by any means. So he's gonna get his chance, and I think it's just a matter of matchup thing. And you'll see Swift getting. I can see him getting 100-yard one game. You'll see one day. It's just a matter of the right matchup, right combination. And we know Kerryon Johnson is always like injury prone. Last year, I can see him taking over. It's just a matter of putting him in the right spot in the right situation. So we just have to be patient with him. He's a rookie, and that's my point. The other thing is Swift. I don't know if you really want to put him in that situation to catch the ball. I mean, we saw that on the first game against the Bears. I would really be hesitant about putting him in that situation.
Well, I mean, he had 5 catches for 80 yards against the Packers, though.
Yeah, you don't want to set up your rookie in a situation like that in the last minute, last seconds of the game. It's really going to be hard on him. So you want to put him in a situation for success. So how do you do that? You depends on the situation and the moment of the game. I feel like that was a little bit hard for the rookie to grab a ball like that. But I think he's able to do it. Just not right now. Maybe not as a receiver. Maybe put him as a running back, just like a Kerryon Johnson traditional play, rather than have him that way. And he will find his niche at some point. I'm pretty sure.
I said this a little bit earlier, but I mean, obviously, I have no way to prove this, but I feel like if it was normal and the fans were there, I don't think Swift drops that. I just don't. That's what I believe. The Bears might not even come back, but I don't think he dropped that with the crowd going crazy. He about to come back.
I do. I think he still dropped it.
I don't think we can disagree. I don't think he drops that, man.
I think Bravo is hitting on a good point. You put him in an impossible situation where you're not really utilizing him like that, and then now you put him in there to make that catch. It's just dumb. If you look at the games after that, they are making sure they get him involved early on and as often as they can, so he can be prepared for that and make those catches and stuff. Because in that first game, he had a few drops that didn't go over the way that you wanted to. You can't put somebody in that position.
Exactly.
Plus, I don't like the idea of them using him like he's theoretic. He's better. So get him involved in the run as well. Don't just stop with, let's pass it here, let's pass it there. Make it so much better in a way to where you can give him opportunities.
And just to add one thing, they never use him as a primary running back. It doesn't look like they have Matt Patricia or Derek Bevel using him as a primary running back, which is wrong. I don't think we should treat him like that. Treat him like a nice running back we have, like an option, as a complete option number 1 and 2. He's always an option number 2 or 3 at this point. Do you guys see that?
No, I mean, but he's a rookie, and they didn't have him. He's a rookie, so he's not just gonna come in here like that, especially without the off season. So it's gonna be, and then once they got AP in, like, that's it. You know,
is a veteran, but this guy is a rookie. You don't want to treat him like that immediately. You want to give him a break, let him develop, and then you make him successful, and that way you give him confidence.
So, like, Bravo, it would be like if we drafted Obi Toppin and you want trying to play Obi over Blake. Like, it's just not gonna happen because Blake is the guy. Yeah. No matter how good Obi is, you're not gonna play him at that position.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, it's the same. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like Kerryon. I mean, he's a very good running back. Like, he had a good game last game. It wasn't like he wasn't productive. So, and then AP is just a otherworldly running back. But Janoris Jenkins is out with a sickness. According to what I read, Janoris Jenkins is out with a sickness. If he's not, make sure you guys correct me on that. But so I don't think he's gonna be playing. Lattimore's not gonna be playing. Our offense should eat. Let me see. I'm looking for some more questions, guys. I'll wrap it up soon. Let's see.
How do you feel? How are you going to stop the throws from Drew Brees?
Not really worried about it.
No, I think you know what
all right, look. First of all, Drew Brees is like the most accurate quarterback of all time, so it's hard to stop throws. Yeah. But the Saints offenses have always used yards after catch and explosive plays. So as soon as these players catch the ball, you got to tackle. And you have to limit Michael Thomas. Because Drew Brees and Sean Payton, their play calling is amazing. With their amazing play calling, they probably going to score 21 points just off of amazing play calling, probably. Yeah. So that you're not going to be able to – that's why I said that the offense got to come out and be great, and I think they can. But this O-line has to protect Stafford from these pass rushers. But what's your thoughts on that, Ryder?
I mean, Drew Brees is still a great quarterback, but his arm is nowhere near where it used to be. I mean, his arm strength is not there anymore. It's just he's not the same quarterback he was a couple of years ago. Like, he's definitely declined as far as, how far he could throw the ball and, how hard. So I'm not really concerned about him, throwing the Lions or beating them deep with passes. I'm just worried that, like J-Mo was saying, they create a lot of yards after catch. And if you watch the Packers game, like that touchdown that Kamara had, it was just a swing pass, and he made 7 different dudes miss and took it to the end zone, like 50 yards after the catch. Like, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about us not being able to wrap up Kamara. I'm worried about us not being able to wrap up Thomas. And, like, I mean, I'm worried about their weapons making plays more so than Drew Brees making the play.
Exactly. Like, I'm worried about that that yards after catch. Because, like I said, this boy got a noodle arm. He can't throw downfield no more. Not like he used to. And people say, well, he can still throw downfield, but not like Drew Brees.
Like he used to.
Drew Brees was at a point you never questioned his arm. It wasn't like he had a golden arm like Stafford or Aaron Rodgers or Mahomes or something like that, a rocket arm like Cam Newton. But his arm was never questioned. Now, oh no, it's definitely in question. I'm watching the passes he's throwing. Like, Jameis Winston is the only deep ball thrower on that team right now. And Drew Brees better watch out.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the interception he threw against the Raiders, like, the dude was wide open and Drew Brees underthrew him by 10, 15 yards. Like, not the same anymore. It's just not the same.
No, most definitely a noodle arm, man. But we got Luke back in the building. What's good, man? But
all right, I'm back. Hey, listen. I'm doing 1,000 things at once, people. I'm trying to get money.
It's all good, man.
So what's the question? Did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? My bad.
How do you slow down Drew Brees?
You hit him. You hit him, and you hit him often. You hit him. You get in his face. You pressure him. You just become 100% disrespectful, and you pressure him. That's what you do. Anything outside of that is a waste of energy. You gotta make him uncomfortable. He shouldn't even be able to sit comfortably in the pocket. He should be trying to look over his shoulder left to right and thinking, get the ball out quick, and you take advantage of those quick passes. If you sit there and let that man scan the field, it's going to be a long day, and it's going to be a day that we don't want to deal with.
That's the problem. We don't really have good tactics for pass rushing, so we got to rush this guy. I mean, we can't just let him in the pocket for sitting. So, you know what I mean?
Right. Like, to me, like this, listen, this is the crazy part. Last week was the first time, the perfect time, where it made sense for us to not have a pass rush. like that benefited us. No pass rush benefited us. This ain't that week. We need all the pass rush we can get. Go and talk to you, whoever you need to talk to. Or whatever you need to do to get it done, but this is the week where we need pressure.
Yeah. So JMO is off. So how do you think we're gonna pass rush him if we don't really have enough, but a few people who can do that?
To me, it's not a matter of who you have to do it. It's a collective approach to getting the pass rush done. So to me, you have to be able to get people going. In a way where you can create a smaller pocket for the quarterback. See, if you just let the quarterback do what he wants, then he gonna do what he wants. You have to be the one to take that away from him. You have to be the one to say, okay, I'm not going to give you an option to play the game the way that you want to. You're going to play it the way that we want you to play it. That's how you beat teams. You dictate what they do. And when you do that, it makes it easier on you.
All right, I'm back, guys. Man, I had to take a quick bathroom break. But Shad has a question. He says, do you think the next head coach will tear down the defense or offense and keep it as it is and just change the scheme?
I love you, Shay. I love you, Shay. First of all, that question is that's a good question. If the next head coach come in and he's smart and he understands what his role is, he should simply just change the scheme. When the head coach come in, his job should be to see and evaluate his talent and how do I use this talent to their strengths. If you're not doing that, you can't be our head coach.
That's one thing why this would be good for if there is a new head coach. What's Patricia? Versatility. Well, all of our players are extremely versatile and can play in multiple defenses. So and you can easily change the scheme because our players can play in different schemes. That's what makes them special in a sense.
Plus you got to keep in mind, people forget, if you go through the Pittsburgh Steelers, who's had 3 head coaches, when Bill Cowher left and Mike Tomlin took over, Mike Tomlin really wanted to go to a 4-3. he stayed with the 3-4 because he understood that it worked to the strength of the players that he had. And then when he needed to play a 4-3 in the game, he would do it every now and then, but he worked the strength that he had. You just the next head coach has to be able to come in. If the next head coach come in like Patricia talking about tearing everything down and everything, I can't kill him for doing that, because now if you tear everything down, you got to do certain things. To me, the next head coach is going to get way more time to build his image, because he got to clean up 3 drafts of garbage from Matt Patricia.
Ryder, this question's gonna go to you. What's wrong with the Vikings? Why they trash?
I think they're relying on a super young defense, and outside Dalvin Cook, their offense is kind of trash. Like, Kirk Cousins is not that good.
Man,
So,
Kirk Cousins pissed me off because I thought he was at least better than what he terrible. I will never consider you even top 15 no more, Kirk Cousins.
And then
I thought he was at least like borderline 12, 13, maybe on a good day. No. I just don't understand how your running back have 175 yards and you lose, but it happened.
Yeah, but I don't think Kirk Cousins is that bad. I'm serious. I don't think Kirk Cousins is that bad. I'm not saying he's great.
He's not, regardless of what he is, he's not playing well this year.
He's better than Mitch Trubisky.
Well, I think that you got to look at it like this. It's that young defense, man. Like Kirk Cousins has had great games, has done things with the right stuff, but Kirk Cousins is he's a product of system. Like most of these players are, they're products of the system, and that's where he is. I think Kirk Cousins' biggest problem right now is his offense has to carry a defense that's still growing into its role, and right now they can't do that. They can't. They best receiver is Adam Thielen. He ain't outrunning nobody. And then you got they finally discovered that they had that rookie Jefferson. He balled.
Justin Jefferson.
So
yeah, I just think she needs to stop turning the ball over, and they probably would have won. They would have beat the Titans. So if you're not gonna, and I know Stafford know that feel like you got to save your team because they can't stop a gas leak, and the Chris Carter and Randy Moss Vikings know what it's not like because you can't stop a gas leak because they didn't have defenses. But just stop turning the ball over, and maybe the Vikings will get better. They gotta stop turning the ball over. The Lions finally stopped turning the ball over. We won a game. So it is what it is. Bravo, I'm gonna throw this to you. It'll be interesting, man. Will Stafford be our starting quarterback next year? Do you think so?
I think so.
Okay, a lot of people. Go ahead.
I'm thinking we gotta get Trey Lance, if we're not the position for Lawrence or Fields. Yeah, so I mean, I think this is my opinion. I've been watching the Lions 3 years only. This is my 3rd year. I'm fresh football fan.
Yeah, my condolences.
Yeah, so I think the Lions need to draft an additional quarterback, a secondary one, to develop him in the right direction. And I think we should be looking at the 1st or 2nd round draft for a quarterback for sure next year, because we haven't really got like many. And not that I say I don't think Stafford is going to stay here longer. No, I think he's going to stay here longer. But let's face it, if we keep losing, if we keep having Patricia this year, and sometimes like I don't know if he for any reason, if he stays for next year, I don't think he will. But if he stays next year, I mean, why do you expect the Lions to win with Patricia? My point, you need to fire this guy. You have to. If you're not firing him, I don't see the Lions getting better by any means. So, yes. Stafford is going to remain, and I think it's a matter of the Lions is going to really get another quarterback or not. It depends on them.
Yeah, I think regardless of what happens this year, I'm drafting unless they on the board. They on the board. But I'm drafting a quarterback in the 2nd round, and I'm drafting the best defensive player ever in the 1st round available, because whoever we get to replace this team, he needs a defense. Our defense is still in trouble. So the best defensive player, if it's a D lineman, I'm getting in the 1st round regardless of what happens this year. And 2nd round, I'm going to draft my quarterback, because you can still get a great quarterback in the 2nd round. It's still a high pick. Okay. Let's see. Drop some more questions, y'all. I'm about to wrap it up soon. I know y'all don't want to waste y'all time watching the Broncos and the Jets. I mean, I thought last week game was terrible. That might be even worse. You know, what's good?
I suspect it's going to be a better game because you got two teams trying to prove that they're not hot garbage. So I suspect that game to be entertaining.
The biggest question: what is the prediction for next game for the Saints versus the Saints, the Lions and the Saints?
I'm not making no predictions, man.
I got us losing.
Yeah. I think it's a 50-50 game. We're literally 4-4 against the Saints. So we'll see what happens. I don't know, man. Like I told you, if the offense show up and Matt Patricia doesn't do anything stupid, they should win. But those are big ifs. Be nice if they won though, just to show that last game wasn't a fluke. And shout out to Danny Shelton. Danny Shelton is a young GOAT. And I'm glad that he on our team. Like that man is a extremely great leader, man. Devin99 says Lakers in 4 thoughts, J-Mo. Hey, I told you. That's all I'll say. Why I feel like the Falcons going to beat the Lions. I don't know why you feel like that because they not.
Says who? Like says who they did not.
Says me.
You feel good about that game?
Yes, all we gotta do is give them a lead in the fourth quarter. That's all.
Right, bro. I'm sorry. The Falcons game is
they have put up 30-some points though, like for the last couple of weeks.
And I could care less.
They also
we beat the Falcons. We beat the Falcons.
0-3 for a reason.
Yeah, but they blowing leads. We got to be able to score points. We get into the red zone and taking field goals. I'm just saying. I ain't taking nothing for granted out here these days. Sorry.
We'll see when it comes around, I guess.
Okay, so it's one more topic that I want to get on, and we'll get out of here. So if you guys watched heard a lot of stuff from this week, and even watched this little sights and sounds on the Lions page, it seemed like a lot of Patricia's guys, I had to do that. This game that we just won, they were very motivated, and they like the type of energy. I must say, I mean, we could be a terrible team, regardless, but the type of energy that Deron Harmon and Danny Shelton and Jamie Collins came in with this game, and when Deron Harmon was doing his little pregame, and he was like, "We ain't gonna effing lose today, and like we winning for sure." I felt like the defense showed up. Now, I need y'all to be equally motivated next week. Well, my question is, I feel like Patricia's guys, they show some leadership. So what do you think about the fact that these guys show some resilience and they actually fought for their coach? Because, Deron Harmon Jamie Collins was making plays. Danny Shelton had a good game. We're going to go to you right or wrong. I
mean, I was watching that sight and sound, and like when Deron Harmon was talking, I wanted to go put on a helmet and pads and go out. Like he is a guy that it just seems like he's a guy that you just want to go play for. Like he seems like a leader that just gets everybody ready to go, gets everybody right. And like I was ready to go out and play. Like and he wasn't even talking to me. So I mean like I don't know. I just seeing that stuff, seeing Danny Shelton and some of the things he was saying to Jeff Okuda, like it just seems like these guys are really stepping up and taking a leadership role, which I think a lot of people expected because they're familiar with this defense. They obviously like their coach because they came here to play for him again, and I think that was really good to see, especially because some people thought against the Packers it seemed like the defense almost gave up. It seemed like the defense just was defeated and didn't want to be there. So, I mean, coming out like that and having that kind of energy, having that kind of passion to, go out there as a winless team and, still have that confidence and still be able to say, we're not effing losing today. Let's go out and kick their butt. Like, I mean, that's great to see. And I think that's something that a lot of great teams have is those guys that even if everything's going wrong, they could still get you ready and they could still make you want to go play.
I'm going to be honest with you. The classic Lions team would have got drilled last week, and that's what a lot of people were expecting. And, I ain't going to be honest. I've always said I picked them in the Pick'em League, but I wasn't too confident at all. Like, I was just like, something just telling me we're going to win this game somehow. So, and it happened. But my thing is what Danny Shelton said to Jeff Okuda. And to me, it's sometimes it's about the inspiration with the brothers around you and how they push you. Like I don't really know if Snacks was here and not Danny Shelton, Jeff Okuda gets a pick. I don't know if Snacks is talking to him the same. He's like, look, like he like tackle for loss is all good, but we need you to make a play. He's not being hard on the rookie. A tackle for loss is nice, but we need you to go out and make a play, sir. Lo and behold, that quarter, Jeff Okuda makes a play. So I do like the leadership, but they show me some more leadership and go beat the Saints. But Luke, what's your thoughts on this?
I mean, to me, I don't think the leadership ever really changed. I think the Lions have had leadership and people who've talked and been vocal on the defense. The difference in this game is and will remain the same. Patricia got out of his own feelings and out of his own way and let his defensive coordinator call the defense. That's all it is. That is nothing else.
All right, let me stop you right there. Do you think that would continue? And if it does that change your mind about this game?
If it continues, then I'm happy because the problem was him getting in the way. And to me, it don't change my mind about this game because this game told me what I needed to know, which is, okay, somebody else was calling the defense and it worked. It made sense. It was much better. But overall, if they can keep that up, I'm happy. I'm never going to root for my team to lose. I'm not rooting for my team to tank. I don't even think tanking works. Like I think that's the dumbest thing you can do. Like we just gonna tank. But for me, the leadership stuff, all that vocal and talking, we had that already. We've been there, done that. If the scheme fits, the scheme fits, and if they can utilize you to your strength, that's what I care about.
Oh, okay. So I want to ask you another question. So you picked the Lions to lose this game. So what are the Saints gonna do in this game that's gonna allow them to beat us? And don't say score 40. Like, be nice.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna be realistic. I think the Saints will look at what other teams did to beat us, and that is commit to the run. They got Murray over there along with Alvin Kamara. I think they'll commit to the run, and then they're going to play the short game to try to get us off our thing. A lot of people who are beating us are running those same trash rub routes, and it's working. The Cardinals tried to run it, but the way our defense was set up, we was switching off. Were there some growing pains early on in the game? Yes, but I think they're going to force the envelope for running the ball, and I think that they're going to force the envelope for trick plays. So I think they're going to get the mobile quarterback going. What's his name? Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
they're going to find a way to get him involved in the game plan because they know that we don't do too well with the mobile quarterbacks. So I think that's what they'll do.
Okay. I hope that they fail at that because if they say Kamara getting 30 carries, ooh, like it's gonna be an uphill battle, man. Like and I know Latavius Murray is not a scrub either at all. So, but all right, I'm about to wrap it up soon. Bravo, you asked us our predictions for the game. Let's get your prediction for the game if you got one.
Tough one, really. I know what. I'm not really. I'm realist, and I'm kind of pessimist too. I'm gonna say, F this whole leadership you guys were talking about. Matt Patricia needs to get out of here soon as possible. If you don't do that, this is what's gonna happen next. Next game, we're gonna lose by maybe another 40 against the Saints. You'll see this, and I'm predicting another 40 loss. You'll be surprising. I hate to say this.
Hey, man. Matt Patricia, if you listening, let Corey Underclaw call the damn defense, please.
We don't have pass rushers to stop this Drew Brees. We don't have a good running back defense. What else do you ask for? You're asking for a 40-point game. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. What am I predicting? I'm going to change my mind. I'm not going to say 40. We're going to lose. I hope that we're going to be able to win. But, I hope that we win, but I don't see it. I'm a realist.
Okay, Bravo, what's your final thoughts for the day, man?
Okay.
Tonight.
Thoughts. Good time for
this is the first time you've joined us for some football talk, man. And you held your own, too. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't want to be pessimist too much, but I'm actually more realist. And we've seen this Lions fans. I've been crushed for the past 3 years over and over and over and over. And we're going to do this again next game. Tell me, please. I'm tired of this. I don't want to see Patricia again. they need to fire him as soon as possible. And I told you after the first beginning of the season, if we don't fire Patricia after game 3, that's not going to be a good season at all. He already game 3, they haven't fired him because they tried to win him this last Cardinal games, which he didn't really win. It was Stafford and it was Prater who gave us the points. That's how I feel. I hope that we're going to beat the Saints, but I don't know if it's happened.
Looks like Sam Darnold about to be like, yo, I ain't losing tonight. I'm not trash. 30-yard touchdown run. That's funny, man. But right or wrong, final thoughts, man.
I mean, it was good to be back. I've missed, a lot of roundtables recently. I've missed a lot because I've been busy, but it's good to be back and just, talk some football with people that, actually talk back. It's not the same just making videos. It's nice to be with people that like to talk football. So.
Facts.
All right, man. Before I wrap it up, Luke, final thoughts.
Listen, man, appreciate everybody for coming in. Sorry I was late. But me, I like to end shows on positive notes, man. It's time for you to have a conversation with the man in the mirror. Yeah. There's some things that you're refusing to tell the man in the mirror. Now, I know it's scary. I know that it's nerve-wracking. I know at times it seems impossible for you to do just that. But the conversation needs to be had. See, there's some things that need to be changed, and those changes only happen when you're willing to talk to the man in the mirror, when you're willing to challenge the man in the mirror to be better than what he was the day before. The time for you to sit up there and play around and act as if though time is the thing that you have to afford is over. The conversation needs to be had. And when you have the conversation, just be truthful. And after you're truthful to yourself, tell yourself you love yourself. Because nobody's going to be your biggest cheerleader than you. With that being said, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure that you stick around. We got so much more coming for you this season. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
This game has me excited because the Lions, whoever has hope, they'll take it away from you. And whoever's drinking Kool-Aid, they'll give you more. So y'all going to need to go out there and get drilled, and you're going to go out there and win. I do think this is a 50-50 game. But I just need to say something real serious. If y'all don't sign Kenny Galladay, like
it's real serious. It's real serious.
I'm so come on. I can't even scream because my football mind is telling me it's not gonna happen. So, but I gotta be like, no. I got to be like LeVar Ball. Speaking into existence, Kenny Galladay will be signed, and I won't lose my mind. With that, shout out to everybody in the building. We ending the show. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to all the DSA members, man.